This will probably piss you off. This man right here is Ridge Alkins. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Anyways, he's a lieutenant that's in the Navy that was stationed in Tokyo, Japan. And one day, him and his family decided to go on a trip to Mount Fuji. If any of you know about Mount Fuji, it's really fucking high. 13,000 feet to be exact. Anyways, after the trip is done, they end up driving down the mountain. However, once driving back down the mountain, they end up getting this disease called acute mountain sickness, also known as elevation illness. Basically, whenever you go down from high elevation to low elevation, your brain starts losing oxygen, so you get a little sleepy. Oh, and by the way, at this point in the story, Ridge is driving the car. He ends up passing out while he's driving, supposedly, and ends up hitting and killing 2 Japanese citizens. He says that he had the chance to stop the car, but he chose to keep driving. He then gets prosecuted and goes to Japanese jail. Now you're probably thinking justice was served. Here comes the fuckery. Okay, number 1, he only gets sentenced to 3 years. This is due to the idea that Japan was going to release him and then he was going to continue his term in the US. But that doesn't happen and he got released last week. After he was released, this senator of Utah decided that he was going to make this post. Basically, he was saying that Japan owes the US an apology because apparently it was an unforeseen medical emergency. And at that point, I'm just going to refer back to this statement. Even if that were the case, y'all, I don't think there should be an apology that needs to be made. Bruh, this is straight up manslaughter. 2 charges, by the way. And this man is now free after only serving for 3 years. I get it. Mistakes are made. Things happen. But this family has to live with this for the rest of their life. And this man is now free after only serving 3 years, y'all. 3 years for killing 2 Japanese citizens. So the audacity to say that Japan owes the US an apology is straight bullshit. Why do I feel like the fact that it's 2 Japanese people and not American, that they're not taking it as serious and they're going at it this direction? That's why I'm more pissed at this guy, Mike Lee, Senator of Utah, than I am for the actual dude. Because while he did kill 2 people, he is not the law, so he doesn't have any control. Oh, and by the way, this guy was also threatening Japan while Ridge was locked up, saying something like along the lines that he was going to get rid of the armed forces in Japan, which is so fucking dumb if that would have happened. Yeah, so fuck this dude. And so Utah, vote better for the future, please. Ridge, I'm glad that you got to embrace your family, unlike the Japanese citizens that you killed. So just keep that in mind while you're on this floating rock for the rest of your life. Anyways, not sure if this pissed you off, but if it did, we're all in the same boat. And yes, that was a Navy joke.